Hey guys, and welcome back into my channel. In today's Get Ready With Me Over 50 video, I have some products I want to share with you in this full face tutorial. The first product I'm going to use for foundation is this Maybelline 24-Hour Wear Foundation in Natural Ivory. I tend to stray away from full coverage foundations because a lot of them look heavy and they show all of the fine lines and wrinkles, but this one has surprised me that it looks really beautiful on the skin. So I am going to use my Morphe foundation brush and I'm just going to pump some foundation right on to my brush, and I'll show you how this applies. I definitely have redness and a little bit of rosacea on my cheeks that I like to cover, that I hope, when I'm using a foundation that will at least lessen the look of that and do a good job, a decent job at least, of covering it up. And this one is a beautiful finish, and the color is really nice. Like I said, the color is natural ivory, but as fair as I am, a lot of times I'll pick a color or a shade that is way too pale. But this shade for me, or any others of you guys that have fair skin, this is such a beautiful shade, and I don't know if it's really the camera is doing it any justice. But it really does go on and looks pretty, and it doesn't look heavy, and that right there is just one pump of foundation. And so we're gonna move on to concealer because I'm going for a light look today. It's the weekend and all I'm doing is going to have my nails done and run some errands, so I am not overly concerned with covering every little imperfection. The next thing I'm going to use for my concealer is the Makeup Forever High Definition Concealer, and I will link all of the products down below. I absolutely love this product. I love all products by Makeup Forever, and I am just going to squeeze out a pea-sized amount of this onto my hand, and then I'm going to use this concealer brush. This is from Real Techniques, and apply it like this. I absolutely love this brush and I use it all the time for concealer, and it just really helps around the eye area. So this also will brighten your under eye area and your entire eye area. It does not crease, it's not cakey, and I have been using this for about 5 years now and I love it. So I also, whatever is left on my brush, I am using to just cancel out any redness or imperfections that I see. That's all I used, was a pea-size amount, and there we go. I just picked up a new powder brush from e.l.f. So we'll go ahead and open that on camera and we'll just go ahead and use it. So it looks like this. And it has, as you can see, a tapered end, which is perfect for getting the powder underneath your eye. So I'm just going to load up my brush and just lay down a little bit of powder. What I like about using a brush to apply your powder instead of a puff is you're getting so much more of a lighter coverage, and it's less likely to cake. And then we're going to move along to my blush. This is an oldie but goodie Milani blush. It's called Delicioso Pink, and it's just a really pretty shade of blush. I don't know why, but I really like a bright pink blush. Just have to be careful not to be heavy-handed with it. I'm actually realizing that I skipped over my bronzer, so we're gonna go back and we're using the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D. I absolutely love this palette. And I am using this shade here to start with. And I'm putting it right in my contour area here. And I'm also going to bring it up around my hairline to just add some warmth to my complexion since I am pale. And I also apply this underneath my jawline to just kind of sharpen up my jawline and add color at the same time. As we get older, the skin there seems to loosen up, as I'm sure you're all well aware. And so adding a little bit of bronzer there just helps to kind of define that area. And so the next thing we're going to do is go in with the eyeshadow, and I am using the Tarte Maneater palette. I've been loving this palette. I've had it for quite some time, but this is what it looks like. And I'm going in with this shade right here first. Just because I want to make sure that my eyelid is completely matte and ready for eyeshadow application. And then the next color I'm going in with is this brown color for the transition area in my crease. I will link all of my brushes and products down below. And I'm just going to apply that here on my crease, going back and forth in a windshield wiper motion. And then as I get to the outer socket of the eye, I'm pulling the color in halfway to add dimension and definition to the outer portion of my eyelid. And doing the same thing on the other eye here. I really like this palette, and I like Tarte products. Their eyeshadows and all of their products are really good quality in my opinion, and it seems like any product of theirs that I purchase, I really would never have a complaint on. And then I'm going to take my pencil brush and dip into this color right in the middle, and I'm going to put a little of that under my lower lash just to add a little bit of definition. And now I'm going to go in with the darkest shade here, and I'm just going to darken up the entire look, focusing right in the top part of the crease, because I do tend to have a hooded eye, because as I get older, that area of my eye does seem to sag, and when I look straight ahead into the mirror, a lot of times if I don't go up that high, you cannot see the shade, the eyeshadow, because the skin is sagging down and covering it. And I feel like when I do this, it makes the eye area look so much younger, and like you actually have more definition and a crease when you do that. And then I am going to take this shade right here, and I'm just going to use my finger and apply it in the center of my eyelid. And as you can see there, it is brightening up the eye. And it's just a really pretty shade. I'll try to bring you in a little bit closer here so you can see what I'm doing. So as you can see, that's what we have going on right now. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. And for my brows, I have been using a shade, this dark shade out of the Shade and Light palette, because I feel like it's not too red and it's a good shade for my color brows. So we're just gonna go ahead and really not, we're just defining and filling in the gaps of my brows. That's what I do for a day look. Like I said, I'm not going out on the town, and if I were, I probably would pay a lot more attention and maybe make more of like a glamorous brow look, maybe make them darker. But right now I am just filling in the gaps, and I am making the shape of my brow more defined and angular than it normally would be. And I'm doing that by filling in and creating a good shape for the brows. You can see there. I'm gonna go in with my favorite Lancome eye crayon as usual in black. I put that under my lashes, and I don't go all the way. I just bring the liner into the center of my under eye. And then the upper lash area. I'm lining the whole area, the whole lid. And then the reason I go over that with a liquid liner is to just kind of define it and get anything. I don't know if you could see that. That's the Tarte Sex Kitten black liquid liner. As I said, I'll link everything down below. And this is just going to help fill in, and it makes your eyeliner last all day. And that is one of the reasons why I always put a liquid liner over my crayon eyeliner, is so it fills it in, defines it, and it lasts all day without looking, you know, like you're too glammed up basically. And then I'm going to use this e.l.f. Mascara. I love this, and I've been using this a lot lately. It's a really good lash building formula. I've been loving e.l.f. products overall lately. I'm really surprised by, I was really kind of tentative a couple years ago to purchase a lot of e.l.f. products because I don't know why we're conditioned to think if something is inexpensive that it's probably not going to work, but you know, maybe sometimes, but in this case, I really think their products are good quality. It's amazing to me how low the price point is and how good the products are. I think there's only one thing that I didn't really care for by e.l.f., and that was, I think it was the hydrating primer that I tried that I just really didn't care for, but any of the other products that I've picked up I really, really love, including this mascara. Then I do, before I do my lip products, I do want to go back in and contour my nose. And what I have been doing is I will just take a fluffy brush and go in with this lightest shade, and I load up the color on my brush, and then a lot of times I'll just kind of pinch it and I'll go along both sides of my nose, and then I will touch the tip of my nose and go back and forth. So not only does this lightly contour your nose, but it adds color, because if you think about it, you're putting color all over the rest of your face with your bronzer and your blush and your eyeshadow, and then you're not adding any color to your nose. So it just looks, to me, very pale and makes it look larger in my opinion. And then I'm going to line my lips with this Buxom lip liner. It's in the shade Mystery, and this is a two-sided lip liner. Color is on the one end, and a brush is on the other end. And I really like this shade. It's a beautiful wine color. And the formulation of the crayon is not too soft, and it's not too hard. So sometimes you'll get a lip pencil that is so hard that when you go to apply it, you're like rubbing really hard. This one's really nice. And then what is on the other end is a lip brush that you can use. It's funny because I usually use a Q-tip for this, so it's so nice to have this built in. To just go over and make sure that the line is blended in. And then I am going to add the Buxom lip gloss over that. This is in the shade Kimberly. So that's a really pretty shade. I'm coming in to see if you can see this color. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel. And if you hit the notification bell, you will be notified whenever I upload so that you won't miss a single thing. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.